Welcome back to this tutorial, and this tutorial we are talking about control structures and the second one on our list, which is for loop. So we looked at the while loop that executes for a given number of conditions, and what you should know that in this one it runs as long as it's true. So the keyword in this while loop is true, so it will keep executing as long as the condition is true. Okay, so we come to the next one, which is called for loop. So let's design the syntax. So we say for loop, then we initialize, next we give the expression, then the next one is increment stroke we can decrement. Okay, so a for loop takes 3 parameters mostly, but you will sometimes meet an expression that has 2 parameters, that has 1, like mostly it will be having 3. So this is the syntax. We initialize, we give the expression, then we increment or decrement, then we can execute the body of the condition. So in our previous one we had, let me see, we're checking, yeah, we are printing values from 0 to 10. So in initialization we declared int x to be 0, so we declare x to be 0. So this is initialization. Then the test expression is this one, where we say x must be less or equal to 10. Then it means our x should be less or equal to 10. That is the expression we are taking. Then in this case we are incrementing because we are printing from 0 to 10 and we are printing even numbers. So we increment this x of ours by 2, like this. Okay, so initialize x to 0, we loop from 0 to 10, then we increment every value of x by 2. Then in execution we simply have to print our x like that. So still you can be keen and say that whenever we are printing a constant or something with declared area or a variable, we don't need double quotes around it. So that's why I'm not using double quotes. But if you wanted, say maybe you want to print just x, if you do this, then the returned value will be x on like this. But if we print an x without quotes, then it means they'll print 2, 4, like that, like that, like that. So let's take this one into our dev C++, and we are using a for loop, not the while, like we did. Oh, so we have to say for int x equal to 0, then our x must be less or equal to 10, then our x must be incremented by 2 every time. So we come here in the cout and print our x like that. So if we run this, you see we have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, but 0 is not an even number, so if you want to print even numbers, then it means you don't initialize this one to 0. Or similarly, we can just do it like this. We can say x is equal to 0, we begin at 0, and then we don't need this word int here anymore, like that. Then instead of initializing it 0, we can initialize it at 2 as our first value, and if we print this, now you see it begins at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we said to add some space between these, we all need is to add a space like that, and if we run it back, then we see it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or perhaps if you want to print them on each on a different line, then you wanna add the end line like this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Still go around and play with this. Print the one that begins at 10 coming to 0, then that means this becomes 10, this becomes a decrement by 2. Okay, so go on, do that, and if you can submit that work or paste it in the comment section, then that's the best all along. I pray you succeed and excel in everything. You become one of the best programmers. So we meet in the next lecture, but don't forget to subscribe and comment. All right.